Hey y'all, I am procrastinating doing my laundry and reading a book and responding to emails by filming a video because I thought y'all would be more appreciative than an empty laundry basket with clean clothes. So I decided, since it is the beginning of the semester when I'm filming this will probably go up late January. So I don't know when this will really go up, but it may be at a time when you had that New Year's resolution of having an organized school life, but it's coming to the end of a month, you're getting a little stressed out. So I thought this would be a great way to show y'all how I organize my school supplies and give you some ideas about how to organize your own and keep them organized. However, I'm not going to be doing a agenda organization because there's already a video up and a really informative post on my blog about how I organize my agenda. So I will do my best to link those below so that y'all can see them because I don't need to go into detail about those here. So I'm going to go over what I kind of use for different classes and how I find it best to organize myself. So I have 4 classes. I think we do credits instead of hours, so it's really confusing when I talk about that, but that's like 16 credits or 16 hours. I don't know how they do it at different schools. I don't know what age group is watching this, so if that doesn't apply, then okay. But that means I have 4 classes, and I have a French class, French 201, History 104, Religion maybe 101, and then a first year seminar. So I have 4 notebooks. How fitting. So for my very information heavy classes, I went with these 5-star 3 subject notebooks, and they're super handy. They have obviously 3 little dividers in them, but I find it beneficial to tear out the dividers, especially for my history class. I am assuming it's going to be a lot of notes, so I can easily tear out the dividers and make it one really large notebook. To me, nothing's worse than just running out of pages in a notebook and having to switch to another one mid-semester. So I'm just going to use this one, and then I personalized mine. I think this is a 3-inch decal, and you can just search monogram decal on Etsy and you'll get tons of results, and then I just wrote history at the bottom. And I did the same for my French. Sorry, that was really loud. Except for it kind of came off there, so I can go back over that, and this is just like a round circle monogram. That one was a diamond. And then for my 2 other classes, I decided I wanted something a little cuter because they didn't have to be very thick. So this one, what is this one? This is my religion notebook, and it is just from Target. It's this pink and orange stripe, and then I put a pink monogram on it. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then for my first year seminar, which is Furman University in the World, I have this really cute one. So I like the notebooks I got, and I don't usually use notebooks. I usually use a binder, but I felt more college-y if I did it this way, so I'll show you how I organize those as well. So I guess I'll just jump into that. This again is my seminar one, and it has like a blank page. If it doesn't have a blank page, I'm so OCD that if I like write something wrong, I won't want that to be the first page. So because this has a blank page, I just left that at that. But if it didn't and it just started with the notebook paper, I would leave a blank page just so that it's like crisp and clear. But we actually had a sub on my first day, and this is only my 3rd day of classes, so there's really not that much information in each notebook. But this is how I like do mine. I put a bracket at the top around like the title of the lecture or the subject we're talking about. This could be the subject of the PowerPoint, whatever title they kind of give you for the class. And in college, I feel like they do that a lot. I put that in a bracket at the top. I don't know if you can see that. And then, of course, I always put the date on the other side because it's really necessary when like you go back through stuff, and if you ask a question about something and they refer back to a lecture on a specific date and you don't have the date written down, you just have the title. It's best if you have both, just so that you can easily find the information you're looking for. And then I just bullet point things. So we were talking about like the beginnings of Furman, and I just bulleted stuff, and then whenever we got to a list, I just indented a little and do a list, and then some really important information I'll underline, but I can always go back through and do that later on when I'm studying my notes. So we took a lot of notes when there was that sub because the sub just loved to talk. I also really like to use arrows and like what's it called? Not shortcuts, like paraphrase things. So I have like my own little like things I use within my notes so that I don't have to write out the whole the whole word, and that's really beneficial to me. And I also really don't like using the back of the paper. She like gave us a definition of something, so I put that there, but with this notebook it's pretty thick that I can get by with just writing on the front pieces of the paper. And I don't know, I write funny where if I'm on this side of the page that my wrist keeps hitting, and I don't like that, so I just write on one side. But if you like both sides, go for it. And then I don't think I have anything in this one. Well, this was my religion class. I did the same thing where I just left that sheet at the front, and we talked about a little bit about something on the first day, so I like bracketed that off. And then because our class lecture didn't have a title today, I just bracketed the date and I just wrote it on the same page. So that's how I've done that. And now with my 3 subject notebooks, history is a little different because I have intentions of just ripping out the dividers, but with my French class, which is right here, it's really nice because I can do the same rip out thing, but I can also put all my conjugations behind this folder so that they're easy to flip to. So I just organized the rest of that the same way I did my French and seminar one. And then because it's inevitable to have handouts, I also like to have one binder. I haven't made a fun binder cover for it yet, but I hope to. And so I just keep everything for all 4 subjects in there so I'm carrying a lot less stuff to class. So I have dividers in there, 4, because I have 4 classes. And then, this is like, I don't know if y'all can see this. I have these little like slips of like, well, I don't know what they're called, paper something. You know what they are. They're like paper not dividers, but they're like clear cover sheets. And I put the syllabus in those because the syllabus is something you're referring back to all year, and nothing's worse than it like coming out of the holes of the binder or like it getting all like gross and grimy. So I like to keep my syllabus in these sort of sheets. And I go through at the beginning of the semester and plan out my semester with homework and such because of the syllabus. So that stays at the front. And then I put some paper in this French one because we do have exercises we turn in, and I don't want to rip those out of my notebook. But otherwise, if you don't have to turn them in, I would just put those in the notebook so they're all in the same place. So I did the same for my other classes. This is again, like this is my religion. I just highlighted the different days on the syllabus and things to do, and then I had an assignment I needed to print out, and I'm not just going to store that in my notebook, I have to store it in my binder. So I just hole punched it and it's there for me to read. Same with history, just those clear sheet protectors, and same with my seminar. So this also has just a sheet at the end to read. And that's pretty much how I organize my stuff. The only other thing is for pencils and pens. I hate having them just like lingering around in my backpack. So I actually have these 2 Lily pencil cases. This one is in Tuscan Sun and this is in Dirty Shirley, I think. And this one just has pencils, which I don't really use that much, and some highlighters and a Sharpie and a little ruler. So because I don't use pencils that much, this one it's just nice to have in there in case I do need a writing utensil, or if someone forgot, I'm not lending them my pens that I used to write my agenda. And then this one just has my other pens. These are my favorite pens. They're the Bic Atlantis pens, and they rock. And then to write, like that's what I write notes in. I always use black pen. And to write my agenda, I use pens, and they're called Le Pen, and they come in a bunch of different colors. I ordered mine on Amazon because they're cheap. They just kind of look like this. They're awesome. And then I have some Sharpie highlighters because they work really well. And that's what I keep in there. So that's pretty much it for school organization. Let me know how you organize your stuff, or if you have any tips for me, because I'm always looking for new ways to organize things. And if you have any video suggestions, let me know below. And I'm sure y'all weren't surprised that this was an organization video, because that's like all I post on my blog and Instagram. It's always like organization things. But that's all I have for you, unless you want to go follow me on those. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.